At first, it was peanut shells, a cigar stub, a pencil, a tiny palm-sized calendar with today's date slashed in red. I'd open the door and find them, one by the steps on the porch. Next day, batteries, a pile of wet clothes. That fall, for days, one by one, day by day, they appeared at my feet, this chain of objects, hungry for symbols. I took it as some kind of message. I thought, he's preparing for something. Next day, punch cards, 9 out of 10 punched. A nickel with the face scratched off. Then a chunk of a Bible, split at Chronicles. A few lines highlighted in neon, corner torn. I thought, something's ending, and he knows it. And on the ground, a second calendar, now a week of days slashed in red. I left half a loaf of bread and found it gone. The next day I opened the door and saw Tupperware with a fish head, forest green duffel bag, a Ziploc tied around the strap. I got curious, looked both ways, and snuck it open. It was full of commentaries, printed from the public library, annotated, notes in the margins, phrases scrawled. One said, I can find it, but you have to find it. Next day, a jar full of earth. A black, heavy-duty plastic trash bag tied in red. I slipped it open. It was full of bricks. At my feet, a third calendar. A month now, slashed in red. I couldn't stand it, so I stayed up, turned out all the lights, sat in the dark by the window in my living room, staking out. He didn't come till 3 a.m. I was dozing, then a flash. It was him, dressed in white to his feet, part hospital Johnny, part robe in November, a thin, dark linen jacket fluttering on his shoulders, eyes sunken. He wrung his hands, deeply and tensely rubbed the top of one with the other. He bent down, slipped something I couldn't see into the bag, zipped it, and left. You gotta see what it is, I told myself. But then I fell asleep. When I woke up, the bag was gone. A calendar at my feet. Every day was slashed in red. The next day, I could hardly get out of bed. The days were getting darker. It affected me. I felt in the red. On the porch was nothing. Nothing the next day, then the next. A week went by. Halfway across the city, I was walking by the docks, drawn there somehow, at the edge of a lot, jammed against the diamond mesh fence, hushed in the pebbles, was the duffel bag. The flap hung open like a mouth. It was empty. The next day, I woke up early, showered, stripped the bed. The sky looked like I'd never seen. Blue, huge and sharp. Noises in the streets brilliant and clear. I was walking to the subway, and I stopped so violently, the guy behind me knocked into my back and spilled his coffee. But I realized a world had ended. I didn't know when it had happened. But I had changed too.